Welcome to C++ video lectures. In this lecture we are going to study about function overloading. But before starting I would like to suggest you to turn on the full screen mode by clicking on full screen button situated at bottom right corner of this YouTube video. Now in function overloading we can have different functions but with same name. This means that we can use the same function name to create functions that perform a variety of different tasks. The only difference is in return type and parameter list. For example, consider the following declaration: int add int a int b semicolon, and consider another function declaration with same name. You can see same name, add and add, but the difference has to be either the return type or the parameter list. Say int a, int b, int c. You can see that the name of the function is same but the parameter list is different. So if we call the function add 5 10, so it's obvious that if we call add 5 10, that is we pass 5 and 10, this function would be called since it has two integer parameters. So a would be 5 and b would be 10. Similarly, if we call add say 2 3 and 8, automatically this function would be called since it has three parameters through 2 3 and 8, and a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 8. So function overloading allows us to create different functions but we can have same name. Like the purpose of both the function is to add, but this function is used for adding two numbers and this function is used for adding three numbers. So the only difference is the parameter list. Here two parameters are there and here three parameters are there. So I'm going to make a small program in developer C++ illustrating the use of function overloading in C++ language. So please turn on the full screen mode so that you can view it clearly. First of all, I need to include header files, include iostream, and include conio.h using name space std, int add int a int b. I'm declaring three functions here with same name. The difference would be in parameter list or return type. Int a, int b, int c. Double. We know that with double data type we can have decimal number also, but with int we can have whole number, that is complete number or negative number, but we cannot have in decimals. But with the help of double we can have number in decimals also. So say double a int b. So I have declared three functions: add and add. The only difference is in parameter list. Here we have two integer numbers, here we have three integer numbers, and here we have one double number and one integer number. So main function cout add 5 10 and new line character, so that next number which we are going to print will be printed in new line. There you go, add 5 10. We know that 5 is integer and 10 is also integer, so we have two integers. Therefore the first function, this function would be called since it has two integers, and a would store 5 and b would store 10. Similarly, now I will call add 5 10 15, new line. Here we have three integers 5 10 and 15. Therefore the second function would be called since the parameter list of second function has three integers a, b and c. So a would store 5, b would store 10 and c would store 15. Similarly, cout add 5.5 and say 10. We know that 5.5 is a decimal number, that is double. Here we have used double here, and this is 10, that is an integer. Therefore we have a double number and an integer number. Hence the third function would be called which has double and integer. And here also we have double number which is 5.5 and an integer which is 10. So get ch, function declaration is over, calling of function is over. Now we need to define these functions. So first of all we will define the first function with two integers, int a and int b. Here we have to return the sum, return a plus b. There you go. Next is also an integer but for three numbers, int a, int b, int c, and return a plus b plus c. There you go. And the last one is double. Name is also add, and double a int b, return a plus b. There you go. In first function we are calling add 5, 10. Both are integers, so this function would be called and it would return a plus b, that is 5 plus 10 which is 15. Similarly, in the next line we are calling add 5, 10, 15, three integers, so this would be called and we are returning 5 plus 10 plus 15 which is 30. And in the last function we are returning we are calling addition of 5.5 and 10. 5.5 is a double number, so this thing would be called, this last function would be called, and it would return 5.5 plus 10 which is 15.5. Therefore the program should print 15, 30 and 15.5. So let me compile the program. Control F9. Save the file first. You can give any name. Say I am giving add. 0 errors. Run the program. Control F10. You can see on your output screen 15, 30, 15.5. So I hope the use of function overloading in C++ language is clear to you, and you can also download this video in high definition from my website sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. I'm repeating it once again, sites.google.com/site/pl lectures. So this is what we have got for today, and in the next lecture we will study about recursion, which is a very important property of function. But till next lecture, it's goodbye, take care.